Hi everyone, welcome to Soul Path Guided Tarot for a yes or no pick a card. We will always ask why not, and get some additional feedback and guidance from Spirit. For everyone who's been here before, who's subscribed, who's had one personal reading or many personal readings. For those of you who are new, to all of you, I send you a great amount of appreciation. So thank you so much for spending your time and energy here. Today we have a choice of 6 different piles, and you can intuitively choose on the one that's calling to you, or we'll take a closer look at the crystals. So for pile 1, we have this rose quartz heart. For pile 2, we have pyrite, sometimes referred to as fool's gold. Pile 3, we have snowflake obsidian. Pile 4, this is black banded agate. It's a skull. Pile 5, this is your labradorite. Trying to get some flashes in color there. There you go. And pile 6, this is a sodalite palmstone. All right, so let's all just take a moment, take a couple of deep breaths, clear the energy that we may have had before we sat down to listen or watch this video. And let's intuitively choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. If you're feeling drawn to more than one pile, there will be a message or messages in those piles for you today. All right, let's get started. Hi, pile 1, this is your choice. This is your rose quartz heart. All right, this is an oracle I shuffled for, so we'll see what yours says at the end. So let's get started with some tarot. This is a general read, so just take the parts that resonate, and the rest can just be left behind. Okay, so your first card out is the 5 of Pentacles, financial and material changes. So perhaps you're asking about a change in your financial situation. Then we have this, so this is your earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo energy with solitude. This is also the Hermit. What else do we have? Angels, spirits, and guides. 2 of Swords, mental conflict. This is your air energy, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And then we've got deception and envy, 7 of Swords. So again, we've got the air energy coming through here. All right, so for group number 1, I would say that some of you have really kind of been through a bumpy ride, a rough road, because we've got some cards here that show that some of the situations that have impacted your life have really caused you to, whether you want to or not, have to go within and do kind of an inner journey, an inner search, so that you can find your way through and find your way out. Because a lot of things get thrown at us in life, and sometimes when it's one thing after another, or it's one major thing, it gets to be the only thing that we can see, and we can't see through to the other side. All right, so what we've got here is we've got deceptions and envy, which is the 7 of Swords, and we've got the 5 of Pentacles, financial and material changes. Now, this can indicate that because of the financial and material changes, you feel that you can't trust or rely on anybody around you, that you're out there on your own, kind of solo. Perhaps someone, presented a job or an opportunity to you to make more money, or you would be in control, or you would have the ability to move into a higher level paying position if you started off in this area. Or maybe someone has actually stolen from you, or you feel like someone's stealing from you, or you continually find yourself in a situation where just when you're about to kind of get to a place where you can breathe through the financial problems and the stressors, something else comes to you that it doesn't present itself as you thought it would or as it was intended. Okay, so this really kind of creates a lot of mental conflict. It really weighs heavily on us. It makes us feel very stuck. It makes us feel like we can't trust anyone, even ourselves sometimes. We feel that, this is going to be it for us. This is very challenging, difficult energy, right? And this is energy where the only way to make our way through it is to take the time to sit with it and to really see and understand what's happened, how it's impacted you, and then ask for some assistance, your higher self, your guides, friends, family, people that you can rely on for guidance, for help, for support, just to help you see the potential of getting out of this, okay? So this is energy that comes forward with Virgo. Virgo is that earth energy, that divine feminine energy that really gets things done, that is very matter of fact, that puts things in place, that it dots every I, it crosses every T. There's very little room for error, right? So this is a point where you, if you're going through this, it's when you really have to pull everything that you can together so that you can easily see, discern, and find your way through this, because you can. But when we see the Two of Swords here, it's that need to, the mind is the thing that we have to kind of put to rest just for a moment so that you can feel into and get connected with your higher self and your intuition, even if it's just like, who can help me? How do I get out of this? Who can I go to for some advice? Who can I go to for some assistance? Who can help me out until I get back on my feet, right? It's not, sitting in a corner and meditating until everything clears away. I mean, we have to live in this world, and the reality is that oftentimes we are the ones who have to get ourselves out of that, okay? But when this card shows up, it's showing us that there's always a way to see to the other side, because this card is always about illumination through the process of going within. This card also reminds us that the answers that we need are not in the outer world, right? It's within us. And I know that's really hard when we feel stuck, but that is a reminder of how important it is to take a pause and just kind of sit with it a little bit, all right? Because it really does come from within when we can quiet this mind. These two cards together are a clear indication from Spirit that we need to really go a little bit inside, connect within. All right, angels, what else? Okay, and here we have the 7th house relating. So here we have 7-7, partners, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationship, opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, social awareness. So this is, Libra, right? This is 7th house. This is about relationships, how we relate to others. You might be Libra. Libras are always looking for the ultimate perfect partnership. Might be business partnership, might be a partnership with a friend. Again, this to me feels very much about the financial problems or challenges that you're having in your career. So this can be not being able to find something that is working out for you as far as providing an opportunity to make more money, to get out of any kind of financial hole you might have found yourself in, to balance things out where you're not in a position of feeling like you're always lacking in enough to get by, enough to provide, enough to feel a little bit of a relief, okay? We see the number 77 here. So that number, this group, you might be seeing sevens a lot. Okay, 7 is about alchemizing, needs to change. We need to make shifts. We need to turn from one thing into another thing, all right? It's a number about the divine coming in to help us see our way through to how to make that change. And then the card at the bottom of the deck, North Node Destiny, soul, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, North Star process, maturation, practice, your path, blossoming, integrity, your journey. All right, so when we are able to move into this hermit energy for a while, everything will start to make sense. We will start to understand the path that we need to follow, the process we need to follow, the steps we need to take, so we can release ourselves from this energy, which is very limiting. is very toxic. It's very draining. It's very tiresome, okay? See ourselves beyond this point of lack and realize that there is a path for us, a path that's going to bring us equilibrium and balance. What else do we have for group 1, please? Yes or no, group 1. And you have truth. And you see how she holds this mirror, and the mirror is in front of her heart, her solar plexus, and her sacral chakra. All right, these 3 energy centers are centers which help us when we tune in with this Virgo energy, the Hermit. It does provide clarity for us. We do get a greater sense, solar plexus, how we feel about ourselves, how we see ourselves. Do we see ourselves for the amazing soul that we are? Or do we see something about failure or not being enough? Or people said I couldn't do it and that's all I see? Do we see the difficulties, the ugliness, the challenges, or do we see the possible potential on the other side? So the truth comes through when we do this inner journey and focus on our path forward. That north node, that's about your karma, right? The good karma. It's not about karma that you have a debt to repay. It's not about karma that still weighs heavily in your life and impacts your overall journey, right? This path that we're on. It's about good karma. It's about being in alignment with what our soul wants, which is what these 2 cards represent. Not what the head is thinking about, not reacting to what's been done to us, but really being in alignment with where we're supposed to go, how we're supposed to show up. Angels, spirits, and guides, what else, please? Yeah, so do you know how I said when we see the 7s here, that's the divine coming in, that's intervention to help us with alchemizing our situation. And you have the Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. So there are divine beings, ascended masters, guides, guardian angels, a whole host of divine beings. For those of you who resonate with starseeds, these are your cosmic divine ancestors. Call on them, connect with them, all right? There is always help in the subtle realms. We just have to connect with them, believe in that, and then trust that we are able to follow that path, and they will help guide us, all right? And then the bottom of the deck is deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. I said that this energy is really difficult. It's very taxing. It's very draining, right? It takes a toll on us. It's hard for us to get up every day, put a smile on our face, and push through it. So this also is a reminder. It's like the 4 of Swords. We take a pause. We take a breath. We try and let all the crisis, the flight, the fright that's within us based on these situations kind of leave, to transmute a little bit. We take a deep breath. We seek the truth from within, and then we follow this new path where we're being orchestrated by the divine. Deep replenishment, all right? Getting your second wind, continuing on, having trust, having faith. Let's see what this card is. Oh my gosh, Saint Germain, karma releasing. And I talked about this being good karma, and you have karma releasing. Move beyond the drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. When the Council of Light card came up, I said these are ascended masters. Saint Germain is an ascended master. He represents the violet flame. This is beautiful energy to work with. I personally have worked a lot with Saint Germain for any kind of healing, whether it be healing of your emotions, healing of any kind of challenges you have, healing of, karma, anything like that. This is a beautiful energy to work with. It's a very soft, divine feminine, just tremendous energy. For those of you who, if you've ever been to Mount Shasta, this energy is ever present there. It's really beautiful. So that is very, very powerful. And I would recommend that you call in Saint Germain, work with Saint Germain. You can do that before you go to sleep at night. You can do it in meditation, anywhere. It's really beautiful energy. And then your final card is maintaining boundaries. Today, I will gain a new awareness of those areas where I need healthier boundaries. I will release my naive assumption that the other person's always right. I will exchange that view for trusting and listening to myself, the Hermit, and setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. So that's what I have for you. This is a no at this time. So what I would suggest that if you are looking for a yes, you have the opportunity to do that through the cards that have been represented here. If you wanted to know, you have that. If something resonates, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, Pile 2. This is your choice. This is Pyrite. All right, this is an oracle that I shuffled for, so we will see what that is at the end. We'll start with this tarot for general read. Take what flips out. All right, 5 of Cups, emotional loss. 8 of Cups, emotional withdrawal. Then we have Light, which is the Sun, and Harmony, which is Lovers. Okay. All right, so this definitely has the vibe of something that you have overcome, or you're in the process of overcoming. It definitely has relationship vibes. So that's where we're going to talk about the energy here. So if this doesn't resonate with you with regard to relationship, you might want to pick another pile. All right, so these are the 2 elephants in the room, so we're going to talk about this first. So first of all, this is the 5 of Cups with the 8 of Cups. Both of these talk about deep emotional lack, all right? Something that is missing that is more than just makes you kind of feel sad or whatever. This disrupts life. This prompts you for the need to make a change, or the universe has come in and made you see how much there's a relationship or a connection or a partnership that just doesn't provide you with the opportunity to feel emotionally intact, fulfilled, complete, and whole. Now, this is not the fact that someone else has to come in and make this happen for you, all right? Because we have to create that within ourselves, but we cannot partner with someone who doesn't support that energy, okay? We can't be with someone who is has so many unresolved issues, has a lot of pain, has a lot of trauma that they've not been able to deal with, and that carries over and spills over into a relationship with you, and that causes all kinds of discord. It causes all kinds of problems, and you find yourself being the people pleaser, doing things that maybe you normally wouldn't do just to avoid a possible disruption or a challenge or an argument. This is about putting up with people who might not be completely faithful, who might not be very loving and supportive. They have a lot of unresolved issues, and they act out against you, even though deep within them, they have some significant feelings and love for you oftentimes, but they haven't worked through what they need to work for, and it's causing you to realize that there needs to be a change. And then we have Light and Harmony. So this card, what I love about this card, number 6 is about the heart. It always means harmony, happiness, coherence, love. It's an amazing connection. It's that sacred union. But this card was originally called the choice. So it's us making a conscious choice to step into relationships, partnerships that are very emotionally fulfilling, that have a sense of ease to them. That doesn't mean that you never fight or that there aren't disagreements or whatever, but there is not a lot of pain and angst and this inner knowing, this little poke, this niggle at you saying something isn't right here anymore. So this is the light coming in to not only shed light on what your experience has been with someone, but for you to see that there is something really harmonious and beautiful waiting for you when you make the choice to step away from this energy, which, as long as we're in this energy, we can never truly fully step into happiness, peace, joy, all those amazing things that we want, right? This kind of energy takes hold of us not only when it comes to relationships, but it bleeds into other parts of our life and causes a lot of strife. All right. So what I love about this is if you're willing and courageous enough to make the move, because that's what 8s are about, you can step into something that is really beautiful. You may already know someone else that you're interested in, but you're kind of keeping them at bay, keeping them as a friend because there's still something there from a relationship you're in now or a past relationship. You might be a little wounded and afraid to move into something. This is energy from spirit saying that this is really beautiful and safe energy. It's of the light, okay? It's not dark and dense where you just know that you have to leave it. All right, angel, spirits, and guides. What else? Group 2. You know, it's funny. What at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords, rest and rejuvenate. That's definitely what's necessary after energy like this is taking so much space in your life. All right, angel, spirits, and guides. Look at that. Flips right out. Venus, love. Beauty, harmony. So we get harmony not once but twice. Never underestimate the importance of harmony. Harmony is a state of being where we are in a place of ease and grace. There's joy. There's a lightheartedness to us. We feel light. The energy around us is light. Our auras are intact. Our auras are bright in color, like pinks and blues and greens and yellows and that sort of thing. Okay. This is amazing energy from the planet of love about our desires, about connecting with our desires, right? This is also an energy of loving yourself enough to allow yourself to be in relationships where you can bloom, blossom, grow, evolve, expand, all right? We need to love ourselves enough after experiences like this through this rest and rejuvenation so that we attraction, the kind of energy from a person that will give to us what we give to them, okay? And look, you have the sun twice. Beautiful energy of the sun. Just expressing ourselves, who we are, and a great sense of self-awareness, which is so important when we're going through something so challenging. It takes courage to be self-aware in times of challenge, and times of sadness, and times of difficulty. And then you have trust. And this part is the hardest for some of us, right? Needing to trust. Trust who? Trust that someone else will come into our life. Trust that we'll find true love and companionship. Trust that the universe is taking care of us so that we're not going to be alone and lonely, right? Trust that we can become self-aware and be comfortable with who we are and be okay with just ourselves until we're ready, after resting and rejuvenating, to move into something really beautiful and really positive. And then you have peace. And we talked about what harmony is really about, right? It's that great sense of peace, of joy, of happiness. There's an ease to it. There's no angst with it. And then this one flipped out as well, grieving. So some of you may still be grieving or need to grieve the loss or the ending of a relationship so that you can open up and create all this beautiful space for something so much more. This is really sacred union vibes. So for me, when I see sacred union vibes, this is, yes, amazing connection, amazing chemistry, amazing sexual attraction. It's all of that, but it is another level beyond that. Okay, so that's really beautiful energy. What else do we have for group 2? Align your life, what is not aligned or needs to be changed. This 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups, that is clearly not being in alignment. That is definitely energy shared with others that is very negative, heavy, dense, disruptive, okay? What we feel in our heart, like I said, it transports itself into every aspect of our life. We really need to rest and rejuvenate and recoup, find that alignment so that we can step into and be a part of the light, all right? And I don't just mean spiritual light, I just mean your light, your inner light, your life force energy, which in this situation is very drained, okay? It's very limiting. All right, let's see what this card says. Lord Shiva, transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force. Okay, we just talked about the life force energy within you. Steps are being given, dance with the universe. Yes, step into the light. dance with the universe, connect with that Venus energy and the sun. There's a lot of Leo energy coming through here, a lot of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water energy. This is Gemini, all right? Step into this new energy, let go of the past. The snakes always mean letting go, shedding old skin, getting rid of the old. For many of you, this is about a Kundalini awakening. This is really that connection of self-awareness that also really opens up your sexual awareness as well, all right? So big shifts for many of you. Final card. Look at that. Being lovable. Today I will tell myself that I'm lovable just because some people haven't been able to love me in ways that work doesn't mean I'm not lovable. I've had lessons to learn and some of them have hurt deeply, but I can still love. I am loved. That's amazing. That is unbelievable synchronicity from spirit, okay? So for you, group 2, this is a yes. This is a huge shift for you, a healing, a letting go, a real transformation. They're showing me in my mind's eye the like someone holding jars of water, pouring one into the other, transforming one from a solid into a liquid, from a liquid into a solid, okay? So it's that need to release and turn it into something new. So this is a huge movement for you into some really beautiful energy that's going to shift not only your relationship status with someone else, but also the relationship you have with yourself. This is you really learning how to shift out, transcend a lot of negative energy that is like put upon you from others, clearing yourself, kind of declaring yourself as that sovereign being. Protection is what I'm getting. So a really nice yes for you. If there's something that resonates, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, group 3. This is your choice. This is Snowflake Obsidian. Great stone for protection, clearing. All right, so this is an oracle that I shuffled for. We'll see what that is at the end. We're going to start with some tarot that flips out. So we have 4 of Swords, rest and rejuvenation, air energy. That is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Ace of Swords, more air energy. 3 of Swords, more air energy. Wow. 6 of Pentacles. And this one flipped out at the same time. This is Sacrifice, also known as the Hangman. All right, so for you, group 3, this is overcoming. This is a new start. This is you making a very conscious choice to approach things differently, to see things differently, to see yourself differently, and to kind of take charge, okay? And this comes after some turbulence in your life because we have the 3 of Swords, which represents, you know, this says heartache and loss. This can represent a variety of things. This can be definite heartache and loss from a relationship. Maybe someone has passed on, maybe a relationship that you thought was going to go the long distance didn't. Maybe this is heartache and loss through, you know, years or lifetimes of disappointment and letdowns from, it can be family, it can just be relationships in general, but this is it's a daunting energy where it takes a lot for us to come out of that, and that's why you have the 3 of Swords followed by the 4 of Swords, rest and rejuvenation. So this is Spirit saying that this is a process that's going to be ongoing for you, rest and rejuvenation, but that because you have the Hangman here with sacrifice, you have gone through a lot of sacrifice in life, but you have emerged and you are going to continue to emerge with this rest and rejuvenation, seeing that sometimes sacrifice, challenges, difficulties had a role for a reason, that there was a aspect of it that needed to happen so that we could move on to this next part of life, okay? There was something that needed to be a catalyst to end karmic debt. There was something that needed to end some kind of karmic relationship that was negative, that wasn't positive. There's something that needed to shift, and the universe will do something drastic to make that happen, because sometimes we're unwilling to make those changes because they're a little painful, they're a little difficult, they're a little scary. But this shift is going to give you this amazing new opportunity, this new beginning, this new start, where you have material and spiritual prosperity. This is about being in a harmonious state of being. This is about you finding balance, finding your center, finding yourself again. This is about you coming up for fresh air and seeing potential. This is about you looking forward and having grown so much spiritually, whether it was a conscious choice or you were forced into it by the pain and the difficulties of what transpired, because oftentimes those are the things that cause the greatest awakening, right? From pain and chaos comes birth and rejuvenation and transformation. So this is triumphant success moving into material and spiritual prosperity. So your material life is going to improve. Why does that happen? When we release this heavy energy that seeps its way into all aspects of our life, into our psyche, into our belief about ourselves. When we release that, we free ourselves up. This energy helps us free ourselves up to move into something really beautiful. New beginning, new start, you overcoming, triumphant. So really beautiful energy. So we have a lot of air energy here. So you might be air sign. Again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This is your Pentacles represented by your earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and then of course this is Neptune energy, which is an amazing planet about, it's that blue planet about connected, fulfilled emotions, about dreams that we can focus on and prepare ourselves for. All right, so we shift from very much in our head from the pain into very grounded and connected energy about our hopes, dreams, and wishes. Okay, what else for group 3, please? Thank you. Libra, the idealist, harmonious. So here again, we get harmonious, and I talked about how 6 is about harmony, cohesion, cooperative, balance, socially aware, artistic, people-pleasing, feel idealistic, aspirational, flattering, considerate, indecisive, judgmental. Okay, so Libra, beautiful Libra. Here, we talked about air energy, and here Libra comes up. Libra's 7th house, about partnerships, relationships, are always searching for the ideal, the most positive potential relationship, right? The perfect relationship. And when we, and you don't have to be Libra for this, but when we don't find that, or when that falls short, it affects us in a very grave way. All right, so that's why you've got the rest and rejuvenation here, and then moving into harmony right here. The idealist, but you move into a harmonious state. This creates an opportunity to really flourish, to grow, to expand. Angel, spirits, and guides, what else do we have for group 3? Freedom. So this card is really telling, because when we look at it closely, we see that she's in this cage, but the key is right here before her, right? The doves represent the divine coming in, angelic presence coming in. The dragonfly always represents spirit, bringing you the key so that you can walk out. You have to be ready to walk out. You have to be in a state where you feel like, I'm ready to go again, to try again. I feel like I can stand on my own 2 feet. I feel like I'm in that process of letting go and freeing myself from the pain from the past and from the limiting effect that has had on us. Because when we are hurt, when we are in a situation where we've been betrayed, where we've been let down, where we've been left, it makes us feel very limited. It doesn't allow us to see the potential beyond that, because that pain is like a very thick veil, a very thick fog that we can't see through. So this is you finding freedom, triumphant success to move forward into something really expansive. Okay, we've got this card here with Libra about harmony, balance, fairness, equilibrium. Those are all cards or all words that are used to describe that, but it's a really good indication of healthiness, right? Those are all words that represent well-being, emotional well-being, healthiness, happiness, joy. Angels, spirits, and guides. What else? Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So our relationships are a mirror of ourselves, okay? And I know that's hard, and that's going to be triggering alone for some people watching this, but how we see ourselves, our value, our internal beauty, our self-awareness, what we think we're worthy of, that is what we partner with someone else, all right? So for us to find what in life has triggered us, that we maybe project certain things and we draw certain kinds of people in who aren't our ideal partner, okay? So the question is, when we do this rest and rejuvenation, we are going to find that we are really very self-aware. Another, awareness, another card, a word here in this card. And this sacrifice, this hangman, is very much about self-awareness. So we can find out what triggers us, who triggers us, and that makes us more self-aware. So when we go forward, we are able to easily discern. They're showing me the Queen of Swords, which is more Libra energy again. We're able to discern the kinds of people, relationships, situation, opportunities that are going to be good for us. They're going to be healthy for us. They're going to help us grow. They're going to help us move into something better for us, so that each phase of our life continues to build upon the last one, but it makes it better, happier, more abundant in all of its forms, okay? All right, let's see what this card says. It's interesting too, this is a card of protection and clearing, and that's very, very perfect for this group. Sanat Kumara light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Yeah, so this is what we're talking about with this rest and rejuvenation and this sacrifice, the perspective card of the hangman. Your internal guidance is clearly going to guide you forward in this new beginning with regard to all kinds of relationships and interactions in your life that has a material and a spiritual effect on you, bringing in harmony and a balanced energy so that you can build upon your life in all these different ways, right? Prosperity is money, prosperity is health, prosperity is love, prosperity is spirituality. It's so many different things. And then you have letting relationships flow. Today, I'll stop trying to control my relationships. I'll participate at a reasonable level and let other person do the same. I can let go knowing that the relationship will find its own life or not, and that I don't have to do all the work, only share. Yeah, so that's a lot about balance, isn't it? That's a lot about this mirror and this balancing card. So that's pretty amazing. And then the other card you have is maintaining boundaries. I'll gain a new awareness of those areas where I need healthier boundaries. I'll release my naive assumption that the other person's always right. I will exchange that view for trusting and listening to myself and setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. Yeah, for you, group 3, you really need to set boundaries up so that people don't take advantage of you, and that you always recognize your value, your worth, who you are at the soul level, right? That you're here to experience beautiful things in life, and that this new path that you're on is one that you're not going to let anyone block for you, okay? All right, so for you, group 3, this is definitely a yes. You are moving into amazing, positive energy, all right? Let your light shine. Let your inner light shine. Don't let anyone have control over you, okay? Step into this, take this on, move forward with courage and tenacity, all right? So this is a yes. If something resonates, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, group 4. This is the skull. This is a black banded agate skull. If you're interested, if there's the prophecy of the 13 skulls, it's really an interesting, amazing story if you're interested in why skulls are so relevant in crystals. All right, so let's see what we have. We'll start with this tarot that flipped out. Passion ignited. So that is the Ace of Wands. The Fool, new beginning, Uranus energy. The Eight of Swords, air energy. And the Six of Swords, more air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I'm getting like this really excited feeling about what's next, what's coming next. The doors opening, opportunities showing themselves, you seeing yourself in a way that you trust and know that there's something better waiting for you. Definitely powerful energy coming through with this group. Okay, you've got the Fool here, which is Uranus energy. That's about radical change, disruption. That is about free-flowing energy that's different. This is about having gone through like an inner revolution. This can even be outer revolutions of your environment. But this is big changes, but things that come forth because you're ready, whether you are aware of it or not. Spirit is saying you're ready. You might be saying, I'm ready. We've got moving on with Spirit coming through. This is Spirit saying this energy here of you feeling trapped, of you feeling like you can't get out, of you feeling like there's no possible change that's going to come towards you to make things easier, better, happier. All right. This is a lot of, for those of you who struggle with insomnia and, recurring like racing thoughts and worries and concerns, this is moving out of this, because this is energy on the ring in my left ear. This is energy that keeps us trapped in this negative feedback loop of getting more and more of that. All right. So this is Spirit saying, nope, you're moving on from that. And you've got passion ignited. This is the Ace of Wands. This is about the things that are important to you. These are the things that light you up from the inside. All right. You see how her heart is illuminated here? And she's focused with all her energy here. What are you excited about? What do you want to chase? What do you want to embrace? What do you want to achieve? What is it that you're committed to? What are you excited about? Is it you going off on your own in this new beginning? Because, this is like, I'm doing it my way. I'm doing it my own way on my own. This is, I'm not taking anything from my past with me. I'm going to be free and just go for it. This is energy of really, really having some excitement and trust to just go for it, right? And Spirit is behind you. And you have moving on. 8 means movement. You have the word here, moving on. New beginning, new start, what you're passionate about, what you want, believing in yourself, trusting yourself. The universe is pushing you, prompting you, but it's giving you what you need. She's got her wand for support, the connected, grounded to the earth, which is stabilizing, which helps us keep our feet firmly on the ground so we don't get up in our head and second guess everything. And then we have Spirit guiding us along the way. So this is very powerful energy about changing, moving, altering into all good things. Angel spirits and guides. 3rd house, perception. Yeah, big changes in perception, right? So the 3rd house, that's Gemini energy. So we have, our air energy here. But the 3rd house always is about the way we communicate, the way we think. It can be about getting additional education, changing our interests, getting involved in different activities. This is about taking steps forward towards something where your perception has changed, and your perception will continue to change with the energy that you have here in these cards. So big opportunities for you to manifest something different, something new, right? Being prompted by the universe, because remember, this is Uranus energy. This is radical change. You could also be Aquarius here, because Aquarians, that energy is a lot about radical change, right? They're the scientists, they're the thinkers. You have 2 cards here. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution. Expression. So this is being trapped in that cave. This is you coming out of this energy where you don't see yourself as capable. You're not worthy. Other people's nastiness or controlling methods in your life that kind of kept you stuck. So you might have been with someone who was very controlling. It was their way to keep you from leaving, is what I'm getting. All right, so there's no more of that. It's time for you to speak up for yourself. What makes you excited? What makes you happy? What makes you think about your future? Change a perception of yourself, of the world, of your potential. Moving on with the support of the universe to a new beginning, because both these cards represent new beginnings. And then you have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Yeah, so for you, when you shift out of this 8 of Swords, which is very conflicted energy, it causes a lot of internal pain. It causes a lot of internal conflict. It causes a lot of internal turmoil within, all right? And it creates a lot of waves and disruption in our life based on just these thoughts that we continuously find ourselves repeating in our mind and believing and absorbing and integrating. Well, when we are stepping away from this, when we are moving into all this beautiful new energy, heaven on earth, we feel a lightness, we feel a happiness, we feel a lot of different positive emotions about what's possible in our future, right? It's a very freeing energy. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anyone stop you. Okay, and you have this card here. And Mary Magdalene's ascended master. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution. Expression. So here are 2 cards from 2 different decks talking about you using your voice. So maybe for some of you, this passion, this new beginning is going to, in the ring in my left ear, is going to be about sharing your voice, getting yourself out there. You've got a talent to share. You've got knowledge to share. You have something that people need to hear, something that's going to help other people move out of this 8 of Swords, all right? Some of you have the ability as a healer, okay? Mary Magdalene was a healer. Mary Magdalene was this amazing woman who in traditional, I'll just say this, in traditional religion, she was marginalized, but we know from biblical history that she was an amazing, amazing teacher, all right? So she had a very important role as one of the apostles, but you very much have something to share, something to bring help and healing and light and information that's necessary to other people. So you want to make sure that you take some time to think about that, all right? All right, and then your card here is allowing things to happen. Today, I'll let things happen without worrying about the significance of each event. I'll trust that this will bring about my growth faster than running around with a microscope. I will have faith that my lessons will reveal themselves in their own time. Yeah, so that's being in that present moment. And the other card that flipped out is loving myself unconditionally. That's a big change from this energy here. I'll work at loving myself unconditionally. God, universe, creator, whatever word you want. Please help me let go of self-loathing and other unproductive behaviors. Today, I want to hold myself in high self-esteem. I know I can do so with your help. Again, this is moving out of that energy. So beautiful shifts, beautiful movement, very high vibe energy coming through here with Lemuria and Mary Magdalene. For those of you who resonate with a starseed as a starseed, or actually some of you may have some kind of connection to Lemuria yourself. I'll leave it at that. But this is very empowered energy of movement into the most beautiful way. So this is a yes for you, group 4. If something resonates, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, group 5. This is your Labradorite. All right, and this is an oracle that I shuffled for, so we'll see what that is at the end. Let's start with some tarot. Take what flips out. Eight of Pentacles, positive movement forward. Then we have the Two of Wands, the waiting game. The Magician, awareness. And Solitude, which is the Hermit. So here we have the earth energy of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and this is divine feminine. Here we have our wand energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Awareness with the Magician is Mercury, and this is Virgo energy, the Hermit. This is really powerful energy. First we have Mercury energy coming through with awareness. So this is the Magician. This is about you possessing the knowledge, the inner knowing, the self-awareness, the knowledge that you really do have everything within you to create the life that you want. The biggest thing with this is always, do we believe it? Do we think we're enough? Do we think we have what it takes? Do we feel connected enough to the universe? Is the universe watching over us? Does the universe have our back? So the word awareness is one that is sometimes not really valued for how powerful it is, because when we have awareness of ourselves, how we interact with people, partnerships, situations, and the universe, we are then able to, with this energy of the Hermit, right, solitude, we are able to really kind of get in connection with, in alignment with, in resonance with not only ourselves, our higher self, and the universe, but the best way for us to make shifts and changes to create the world that we want, all right? So these two cards are really about the next phases for you. This is the Two of Wands, the waiting game. We, in this phase, are in the planning mode, in the getting ready mode, in the prepared mode, right? We're connecting. Do you see how you have all these concentric circles around here? And we've got the tree of life, right? Which is always this great connection to the universe, to the earth, and all energy in between. And over time, as we have planned, things start to fall into place. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is positive movement forward, moving towards that which is going to provide us with a lot of positive material gains, because this is Pentacles, but a lot of just overall peace and well-being in our life. All right, so we move to the sun. The sun always represents an opportunity for new, for growth, for starting over. The sun rises in the east. Every day we can expect the sun to be there, right? We expect the warmth, the radiance, the healing, the nurturing. It helps us in so many ways. We can't survive without the sun. The earth can't be in gravitational rotation without the sun. All right. So this is very positive movement forward based on your trusting, your greater sense of self-awareness, your greater connection to self, a greater understanding of how you are able to make shifts and changes in your life. So for a lot of you, it's you see yourself differently. A lot of you, it's shedding those old ways. A lot of you have been pushed into a spiritual awakening. And when we move into that, in that healing process, in that evaluation and integration process, we see things in a way that our consciousness has never allowed us to see it before, because we haven't been here before, right? We're evolving, we're shifting. We are in the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius starts with a lot of chaos and disruption. I think we're all pretty much in agreement that that's what life is like right now. But through that, we come out, we emerge, we grow, we make plans, we move forward, and we expand. What else do we have for group 5? Second house, so you might be Taurus. This is material world, possessions, and what do we have here? Positive movement forward. And I said your material world is going to improve. Finance, talent, solidity, worthiness, luxuries, security, aesthetics. So this is just another message from Spirit saying you are moving towards something where your material world is going to improve significantly. And we have 2-2. So 22 is a master number. It's about you being the creator. And what do we talk about with awareness? that you are the creator, that all that you need is within you once you have the awareness and you've done the inner work to realize that's the case. All right. That's the case for each and every one of us. It's just that society has taught us that no, we're not enough, or we don't have what it takes, or we need something from outside of ourselves, or we need someone else to do it, or, based on who we are, where we come from, our religion, our background, our ethnicity, we can't have it. Well, none of that is true. That's all, it's a lie. It's distortions that are put upon us to keep us small. Look at that, confidence. Yes, maintain, build, strengthen your confidence. Trust yourself, trust the universe. This energy is amazing together, right? This energy is what bolsters your ability to improve your outcome in life. And then you have strength. So, of course, that reminds me of Leo. When we go through shifts like this and changes, even when it's positive, we have to maintain our strength, our courage, our bravery, because the reality is people and situations can undermine us, whether it be intentionally or not. And we have to believe enough in ourselves. We have to trust ourselves enough and the universe to know that whatever comes our way, we can navigate through it, right? This is navigation, navigating through the waters. We can navigate whether the waters are smooth or rough. We can find ourselves through the waves, through the rough waters. And then look at this. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Yeah, this is you having to really see yourself for how amazing you are, right? Sometimes we take on the energy that isn't even ours, where people, feel bad about things, or there are terrible things going on, and we absorb that energy, and many of us are empaths, and we take that on. And so we don't stand out, so we don't look like everything's great when other people are suffering. We dim our light to fit in, or we're around people who, they haven't maybe gone through as much self-awareness and learning and awakening as you have. So they see things very differently. And instead of you exuding your confidence and shining forward and letting all your magnificence show, you dim yourself so that, you don't stand out, or they don't ridicule you, or they don't say, well, who do you think you are? So let's not do that, all right? Let's step forward in a self-empowered way so that you can be an example, and you can, by example or by extending a hand, help other people to move into that kind of energy too, all right? That's what this up-leveled consciousness and new energy is on the earth. It is about being more connected with people, a greater sense of unity, a greater sense of connectedness. So when one changes energy, it helps the collective energy change. Kali Ma, beautiful. Facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Oh my gosh, that is such a great card for this group. Perfect. Absolutely. The fears are paralyzing. The fears are usually up in our head. The fears are what we have to go within so that we can release, so that we don't dim to fit in. We need strength to face the fears and realize that they're not, they feel very real. I feel them too. I'm not saying they're not real, but for us to kind of really see them for what they are and how we can move beyond them. That's what's the hardest thing, but absolutely possible. And then look at this, setting my own course. So here we go. 2 boats maneuvering through, navigating through, right? On the path, releasing the fears to major improvements. I realize that I'm powerless over other people's expectation of me. Yeah, we can't worry about other people's expectations. I'll think about what I want and consider that how I respond to others' needs will affect the course of my life. I will own my own power and choose the course that's right for me. Yes, that's a don't dim to fit in, okay? Take care of you. The healthier you are, the more strong you are, the more self-aware, the more confident you are. You can help others just by exhibiting that, okay? You can help others, like I said, by extending a hand. You can help others by being authentic to yourself. So I love this energy. It's super high vibe. It makes me super excited. So this is a nice, really nice yes. If there's something that you like or that resonates, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and joy. Namaste. Hi, Group 6. This is the Sodalite. This is an oracle that I shuffled for, so we will see what it says at the very end. We're going to start with some tarot. We'll take what flips out. So we have Shadow, which is the moon. Pisces energy. I also refer to it as Cancer energy. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Get a couple more cards here for you. We have the Two of Pentacles, movement, choices, and decision, and the Six of Swords, which I think pile 4 got that card as well. So if you were drawn to pile 4. All right. So you have the opportunity to move into something that's pretty amazing, all right? Something that's going to improve your material world. So whenever we see fruit represents abundance. This is something that's going to grow. It might just be starting out for you, so it might be kind of in its infancy stage, but prosperity has to do with those things that we want more of, that we are trying to connect with, that we need to bring into our life. So money, opportunities, it can be health, it can be well-being, it can be relationships. It's the things that we find ourselves feeling prosperous, abundant, overjoyed, overfilled, flowing. Okay, that's all of that energy. But this definitely represents financial prosperity, pentacles, career, money. Okay, because that's what this is. And that's where we are moving on to. And we also have another pentacle card here. So more money aspects, right? We see money, jewelry, opportunity for growth, movement, choices, decisions. This is where you're at the precipice. You need to make a conscious choice. You need to decide. You need to trust yourself. You need to stop, back and forth, second guessing, not believing. You need to make a decision. I mean, it's one of those situations where we can kind of go back and forth, right? And weigh our options and wait and see and assess. But that's a choice. That's a choice of not making a choice, of not doing. And part of that is because there's something emotionally that has got you a little concerned, worried. It might be old failures. It might be limiting beliefs. It might be a dogma from religions or cultures. It might be you not trusting yourself a little bit. It's that shadow aspect where it's like that there's that one side that you hear that says, you should do it, you're good enough, this is going to happen, this is going to work, it's all going to work out. And then there's the other half saying, oh, but this could happen, oh, this could be a trap, oh, you could completely fail here, this might not work, you don't have enough knowledge, right? So we need to really kind of look at that, sit with it for a moment, find out what is that fear really all about. Why is it there? Who put it there? Did we put it there? Did someone else put it there? Do we absorb it from someone else? Is it something that we need to let go of? Because when we make that conscious choice to step from the dark into the light, and when I say dark, I don't mean bad or anything like that, but the shadow aspects are those things that are kind of hidden in the subconscious that we need to bring into the light, see them for what they are, address what needs to be addressed, and then move forward. Make that choice to move on into amazing prosperity and abundance. What else do we have for group 6? Okay, thank you. Ninth house seeking. So this is, the ninth house is Sagittarian energy. So you might be Sagittarius. This can, maybe you need to move. Maybe you need to travel, right? Maybe you need to go on an adventure. Maybe you need to get a higher education, learn a new trade, learn a new skill, a little bit of change in belief, a pilgrimage, do some deep inner diving. It's finding that spiritual connection where you can integrate the energy of I am aware, I am connected, I am worthy, I am something of value, I am here having this experience, and this next phase of my life is the one that I choose, that I am consciously making a move towards, I'm not reacting to what's being thrown at me, okay? So seeking something within yourself to find that thing outside, all right? And the other card that flipped out at the same time is Pluto, transformation. This is the planet of major change, of renewal, of absolute empowerment, okay? This is overcoming, this is changing and transmuting old energy that needs to go. You see the vultures at the top and the volcano erupting. And then what do we have here? Citrine showing prosperity. This crystal represents prosperity, abundance, self-worth, all right? So through the transformation, we emerge these beautiful crystals of citrine, worthy, self-aware, abundant, prosperous. But we have to make the choice to seek that out, face the fears, the challenges, and move on. And then this flies out, beauty. This is about you seeing you for who and what you truly are. Okay, this is about removing any masks that we might be wearing where we're not our real authentic self. Maybe because we feel like we have to fit in. Maybe we feel like we have to do a certain job or be in a certain relationship or be accepted by our family. But this is you accepting you for all that you are, the beautiful soul within, the beautiful person that you are on the inside and the out, okay? So a new perception's necessary here, and that might be part of the shadow work that needs to be done. And look what comes out with that manifestation. So when we see ourselves for who we really are, when we ride this wave of transformation, make conscious choices, move on, seek what we need to so that we can deal with the shadow work, step in this prosperity, and manifest an amazing life. What else do we have for 6, please? The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Yeah, so a lot of you are going to shift, the people that you spend time with. You're going to be drawn to different kinds of information, different kinds of content, different kinds of people. You might do some sort of pilgrimage where you actually connect with others. Maybe you'll do a trip to Mount Shasta. Maybe you'll do a trip to Egypt. Maybe you'll do a trip to Glastonbury. Maybe you'll do a trip to the creek down the road from where you are and sit with nature, because nature is the world's consciousness. It is there. And when we connect with that, we have a great connection to where we need to go when we seek this next thing in our life, right? The next thing that we're looking for. Because as humans, we're always looking for the next thing, right? The next person, the next situation, the next opportunity, the next something. Oh, look at that. Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Beautiful card. Life is full of miracles, big, small. We can find them every day. So for all of you here, this is a miraculous shift in your life that is going to be made once you make that conscious choice. And for some of you, it's a lot about moving. We've seen 3 cards here that talk about moving and have the words move in it. So you might have to pick up and move to do that. All right. And you have 2 cards, letting go of panic. So, that shadow can also bring in some panic and some worry. Today, I will not be overwhelmed by panic. Panic will take my mind off of goals. It's normal to feel panic, but I simply feel it and let it go. I can get back on track by treading water until I regain my composure. I relax and know that all is well. They're ringing my left ear. So a lot of you feel very nervous and panicked and worried and concerned. All right. So we all need to just take a moment and just kind of breathe into that a little bit. And then you have practicing gratitude. Today I'll practice gratitude. I'll get in the habit of saying thank you, even for the problems in my life, because these challenges are valuable lessons I can learn from. That is a hard one to do, but with intent, we can find, maybe not in that moment, but later we can say, okay, I know why that had to happen. I understand that it was part of this process. All these things are going to help me get to where I need to be, what I need to experience, who I want to become, who I want to be with. Gratitude is the key that turns problems into blessings. and the unexpected into gifts, and you have expect miracles. So big, huge shifts, amazing movement into amazing things in your material world. That then bleeds into your how you feel, right? How do you feel overwhelmed? No, you feel calm. Do you feel worried? No, you feel secure. Do you feel concerned and panicked? No, you feel a sense of peace. All right. So really nice, beautiful energy. This is a yes. So that's what I have. If there's something that resonates, please like and subscribe. As you go forward, I wish you peace and harmony. Namaste.